At United Way of Greater Chippewa Valley, we strengthen our community by supporting overall mental health, preparing children for kindergarten, improving money management and job skill training for any who need it. And we provide access to food, shelter, and medical care for those most in need.
The Community Needs Assessment identified mental health as the #1 concern in Chippewa and Eau Claire counties. Listen to Kurt's story as one example of how the United Way supports mental health.
My first beginning with Livestrong was early 2020. A friend of mine had been a part of the Livestrong program and told me about it. And I said, this sounds like a good thing. I was diagnosed with lung cancer back in 2018. I was afraid of exercising. I had always been an exerciser, and some of my cancer was in my bones. And my doctor said, be very careful. His words were, we don't want a bone event. And I thought, yeah, I don't want a bone event either. And so I wasn't doing really anything, and I was just being extra careful. And so becoming part of Livestrong gave me some of that confidence again. And the fine leaders that walk us through the routine each day, each time we meet, gave me that confidence and helped me understand that I could start doing some things for my physical well-being.
We don't have control over a diagnosis. Okay, I've been diagnosed, but I do have control over the choices I make. And Kurt certainly is an example to somebody who makes wonderful choices for himself and benefits from it.
The process it's wonderful. It's full of community and social interaction. And so when we assemble, of course, there's always some reconnection from the last time we were together. And the leaders are wonderful about greeting us and interacting with us from the beginning. And then lay out the plan for the session to go off and do some cardio work.
I think this is a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Assemble back at a certain time if you want to do different types of strength training. And then we all reassemble wherever we've been by the last 15 minutes of the class for some balance work and some stretching and a wrap up.
So we meet them in the road where they're at. It's customized. It's not Lori's idea of what you're going to do today. It's we meet them where they're at. What do you like to do? What does your oncologist say your restrictions might be? They come in and they're at whatever strength level they are. They go through that 12 weeks of confidence building, strength building. Very frequently, we have seen people increase their lower body strength by 40 and 50%. And they notice it. They notice it. They tell, outside of seeing the numbers change, my quality of life is better. I'm able to play with my kids on the floor again.
For United Way donors to support this program really is significant. And then to have a program such as Livestrong that the Y offers, and it to be funded by people in the community who say, we care about the mission of the Y, we care about this fact that the Y provides for people in specific needs of life, is really profound. And it's heart, it touches my heart, and I think it really, it provides something that the medical community can't provide us as cancer patients. And I'm not sure where else in the community could be provided.
I just count our lucky stars that we've partnered with the United Way. When somebody wants to be an instructor, there's a series of credentials they must earn. So that can be a little expensive and daunting. So the United Way provides funding for that. We're going to be expanding our classes again. Again, the United Way is integral in providing helping us fund those second classes and the training we need for those instructors.
I finally completed the program earlier this year when we were able to start and finish and be assessed at the beginning and the end. I've never walked out of this place without feeling better. And that's not necessarily physical. Sometimes I don't necessarily feel physically better because I've stretched something, but I always have my spirits lifted. And absolutely that translates as you go out into the world. When you give where you live, your generosity strengthens the Chippewa Valley for everyone.